Good evening, my friends, and welcome to a new episode 1. We're playing The Night is Grey, the 2024 point-and-click adventure game by Whalestork. I'm going into this one totally blind. The only things I really know about this one, aside from the title and, you know, my appreciation for the fact that Grey is spelt the UK spelling rather than the American spelling, of course, is that so I know that it's heavily puzzle-based, and I'm going to take a guess, because the creator uses wolf emojis a lot in their Twitch handle, that this is werewolf-themed? I don't know. Maybe it's just regular wolves. Who knows? Let's go. I hope you're all having a great Monday. And if you're based in the UK, I hope you've all had a great bank holiday Monday. If you don't behave, the wolves will come at night. They will take you away as you scream, and I'll be laughing the whole time with no love to give. Oof! Alright, we're starting this story strong. Okay. What the hell? I gotta get out of here. Someone there? Okay, 3 paths. Let's go check out the noise. There's a house. I wonder. We have Tritz in the chat. Yo, what's happened so far? All that's happened so far is our character has wandered onto screen, gone, I gotta get out of here. And we then heard a sound on the second screen that we've then moved to. And there's a house. And he's just sort of said, I wonder. Now there is, if you hit spacebar, you're supposed to be able to highlight all the interactable objects. Okay, so we've got a path forward. But let's go check out the house. I'm assuming we'll have plenty of time to explore the environment as we get stuck on puzzles. Oh, yes, no, literally just started. We are a couple of minutes in. Nothing scary about a creaky door that's open in the middle of nowhere. Hello? Someone there? How are you doing, Tritz? Happy Monday. Hope you're having a great week. Anybody home? Stop right there or I'll fire. I have a gun. Whoa, don't shoot. Are you just a kid? I'm a person that has a gun, and you don't scare me, monster. I'm not a monster. Go away, monster. I'm not a monster, and don't shoot, please. Yeah, right. Are you here in the dark by yourself? No, I have Mr. Shotgun with me. And if you don't want him to be mad, don't step any closer. I swear it's okay. I'm a person like you. Ha! Nice try, monster. Don't be scared, it's just dark. Why is it so dark? The lights went out. Mummy went to fix them with the generator. She'll be here in no time, and then you'll really be in trouble. How long has she been gone? I see. She usually takes that key in the box over by the cabinet. This time she forgot, though. But she'll come back for it any second now. That's just a toy you're holding? I wouldn't bank on that, to be honest. Do you really want to find out? Were you just in the woods right now? Yeah, that was me. Oh. I was looking for Mummy when I saw you, monster. Mummy warned me there was a boogeyman in the woods. What? I'm a person. It's just dark out there. No, I saw you were big and furry. Oh, so it might well be a werewolf game, this one. I'm just an adult and I have a beard. And you have shiny eyes. What, my glasses? They were just reflecting the moon, probably. Shut up. You're a monster. Look, you can't be here all alone like this. I'll just turn the lights on and you'll see. There's no reason to be afraid. Okay. If you help Mummy and make the lights go on, and you're not a monster, then I won't shoot you. Okay. BRB. I've warned you! Well, don't we need that key? Or is it this? Oh, it's this box here, is it? Do we reckon? So, this is the box you were telling me about? Yeah. Just making sure. Right, okay, yeah. So you hit space, you see the interactable objects in the room, which are going to be super helpful to avoid pixel hunting. She got a bit too much gin in her aerator. Entirely possible. She won't budge. I could use a smoke. Okay. Gotta open that. Right after I light a cigarette. Oh, we're forced to smoke. Content warning, kids. Right. It's the last one, and I don't have a lighter. I'll save it for as long as I can then. I better go fix that generator. Now, I would have thought the generator would be... Huh, isn't that interesting? The chimney is this side of the room. Which would imply the girl was sitting in front of the fire. So the room is kind of flipped. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. No, maybe that's its own thing. We have some fuel. I bet it's empty. Oh, this one still has some gas after all. Okay, so we get things in the inventory up here. It's a small metal box. There's something inside. Aha. Yep, that kid was right. Ah, we have Whalestork in the chat. Birdlands. Good to see you in the chat, Whalestork. So Whalestork is the developer / team of developers that developed this game. So welcome to the chat. Great to have you here. Oh wow, there's loads of stuff that's interactable here. Oh blimey, okay. I've seen one of these before. Used to think they were dream catchers. No time to rest, no matter how tired I am. Right, let's go find that generator then. Fuel tanks. Sure, we don't need them for the generator. I don't know. Well, yeah, we probably do. We have got wires here. Do you reckon those are power wires or telephone cables? They look a lot like power cables to me, don't they? We're enjoying so far. We're a few minutes in, about 10 minutes in. Ha 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 ha. We need to talk about the smoking. Press RMB on paths to fast travel. Why would it even be locked? There's no one around for miles. It's not like someone would just come up here and try to... Oh. Huh? There's bound to be something useful in there. A mailman comes all the way up here to deliver mail? Guess they really take their motto seriously. Well, the mailmen don't take their motto that seriously. It's empty, aside from dust. Smoking is the least of this man's problems. Yes, clearly a man with some sort of backstory, right? I mean, considering his opening line is, I gotta get out of here. Like, what is he running from? No way I'm going through that poison ivy. So this is a warning something area? Keep out? Risk of landslides. Is that why they closed the path down? You're your own casket now, tree. Okay, so it seems like a decent proportion of the interactable objects are more flavour and to get the sort of monologue, the internal thoughts of the character themselves, rather than necessarily puzzle objects. Maybe they have gone away by now. The bridge road is way safer anyway. Maybe they have gone away by now. You can RMB on stuff for extra info. Never learnt how to swim and tonight's not the night. So Whalestork. Oh, I should first check if they're still there. So Whalestork, tell me about your team, your development team. How Oh, I thought he was gnawing someone's arm there. Nah, it's his own leg. They're all still here. A family who eats together stays together. I gotta get out of this place. The ground is foggy here. What do you reckon happens if we go there? Presumably, he's going to be like, nah. I'm running on the presumption that even though this is like a dark and scary game, that there isn't... I shouldn't get any closer. Yeah, I'm presuming that this is still following the usual adventure game rules where game over opportunities are like strongly telegraphed. I don't know. Maybe. That might be a bold presumption to be making. We've got power lines still coming through here, so the generator's over here. We've got a cloth flapping there. Okay, here's the deal. Keep talking to yourself and making dumb jokes so you don't go totally crazy. You can fall apart later. Just help the girl out and then never come back. Do it step by step. Fix the generator first. Looks totally usable if you just squint your eyes. Someone was doing a crappy job at fixing it though. A small team of 5 worked on this project for 7 years with no experience, no budget at all, just all in our spare time. What an amazing story. That's great. So what do we pick up there? This would seem very thick, if only there was a path. But I don't even know where it would lead anyway. Oh. Well, let's go to the generator. But yeah, that's brilliant. You know, small development team. Like, I really love these small indie. I mean, I've said it before in a previous stream or a previous episode. I think, and I truly believe, in 10 or 15 years' time, we will look back to right now, like 2020 through to 2025, as like the golden age of indie game development, right? I mean, indie games have existed. You know, you've got people like Team Cherry, people like Daniel Mullins, Lucas Pope. You know, you've got Jonathan Blow. Indies have existed for a while, but we are getting such an explosion of such high quality, well polished games in the last 5 years. It's been a real ride playing like all of the games that have been coming out over the last few years. Let's see if I can make this work. So, take the cap off, please. Drier than a roadkill left in the sun. Bonk, bonk. Just what the mechanic ordered. So, pop the gas pump on. And pull that. Another thing I break. Something's not right here. What are we missing? What are we missing? You got to pump the gas pump? Is it a manual pump? Well, I'm no mechanic, but I reckon that belt should probably go. Should probably be wound tight. That's broken. I shall call it my self-esteem. Wow, this guy's a real Debbie Downer, isn't he? I need to put something in here. That will replace the broken belt. Okay. Well, we don't have anything that would be able to replace the broken belt at this stage. But we found the fuel. We found the fuel, though. Doubt would find very much in a rowboat, to be honest. The problem these days is the amount of games and less time to play them, which is why it's very difficult to get noticed. That's true. It's probably more competitive now than it ever has been. And not just in the sense that your game just gets swallowed by all of the shovelware that's out there, but also it's actually that your game gets swamped by other really good high quality releases, you know, like it's a really competitive landscape at the moment. And you have to compete with AAA games that discount their games at the same price that your indie games at launch. Hard to compete. Yeah. That wood in the docks got rotten. Just like everything else in this place. Just like everything else in my life. Oh, man. Hang on. Quick check. That pier. There isn't a further... No, there isn't a further path behind the tree. No, okay, right. We're on the hunt for a belt. Yeah, AAAs. The last AAA I played was Jedi Survivor. Really nice game. Yeah, no, we've been this way. That's not going to help us. Really nice game, but there's a lot of shenanigans in that game, like with the constantly online, needing to be constantly online, and all of the stuff with the server availability and such like. And yeah, it's a real shame because the game itself really great. Yeah. Wow, it's a mirror. Oh no, it's just a garbage can. Well, I mean, at least this guy's maintained his sense of humour, right? So much firewood. Someone was expecting to face a harsh winter. Oh, we already checked out the that one. The open window. I can see you, stay away! That kid's got trust issues. The music in the game changes depending on the situation you're in. Okay. So much land to plant stuff, and you stick plants in tiny clay cages. Okay. So it's another wind chime. So what else do we have then? We've got porch benches, wind chime, plant pot. No. So we've basically looked at everything here. Go fix Mummy's light machine. I'm working on it. What I really need is like... Yeah, no, she's not going to let me get any closer. Here, have a damp napkin. Nah, she wouldn't be interested in that. Can I say, look, the cam belt is broken. Giving her trash won't take me out of the situation. Yeah, I was thinking maybe cam belt busted. Need replacement, please. But yeah. Maybe... No, okay, we'll be right back. So that's not the one. It's not the one. Yeah, AAA is an interesting one, because I don't really know how much... Well, to be fair, Whalestork would probably be able to tell me more accurately than I could guess. But, I mean, how much do you suspect that AAAs really compete with indies? Are the kinds of players who play AAAs also the kinds of players that play a lot of indies? I don't know. I mean, obviously, live service games are... We could maybe use the keys on here. You know, people physically only have time to do like one live service game at a time, right? Like my one was Magic the Gathering for a long while. First puzzle of the game solved. So yeah, you know, if you're going to try and put something out there that tries to compete with, you know, Fortnite, Apex, League of Legends, Rocket League, or whatever, like sometimes you get, like Rocket League, obviously, massive success story, and that was basically on an indie budget, if I recall correctly, when it first came out, but yeah, you got to be very lucky though. Damn, no power. Sweet. I love duct tape. Probably the most useful thing in the universe. Yeah, we'll take the duct tape. So this is how a mole sees things. Okay, we've got a box up there. A bat would see better than this. At least they have a sonar or something. And the junk pile? No. Because you can't see anything. Yeah? To think my self-esteem's needed so little to recover. We're gonna duct tape the cam belt back together. I mean, to be fair, it's not going to be a particularly good fix, but it'll probably last long enough to get the lights on. Yeah, AAA... I need to put something in here that will replace the broken belt. How about the fixed belt? This should do the trick. Oh, gas pump's not on. Okay. There we go. Puttering away softly. Something's worked out for me for a change. So yeah, AAA has to deal with more critics, lack the love, not about the game. Yeah, it's AAA has been just a bit of a difficult... I certainly tend to find that the AAA games that I really like... Take that, Edison. The AAA games that I really like are further and further apart from each other over time, for sure. Depends on the budget people tend to spend monthly on games. So when you spend, and there's a lot of AAA games in discount, your indie games get swamped at the end of the wish list. That and Steam taking 30% and a publisher taking more 30% plus taxes leaves you with way less than you expect. Yeah, Steam does take a big cut. Steam does take a big cut. But Steam, I think, is a really interesting company because they're privately owned, which means they're not shareholder led. Can I come in? Don't shoot me, please. I'm not a... Were you... That was just a broom, huh? Yeah, but I scared you. But you're no monster. You're a mister. Mister... Did you see Mommy? Oh, right. Your mum's missing, huh? Yeah. Has she been gone a while? Yeah. Did she go out there? Yeah. Oh, then... No, I did not see her. Maybe I can see her from outside the house. Well, I don't really think so, and maybe you going outside is not a great idea. Believe me, you see, the thing is, right now... Ah, damn kids. So, what do we have? Let's have a look at the grocery list here. Not really the right time to write a grocery list. Fair enough. I've been told. We have Yummy Sushi in the chat. Hello. Hello to you. How are you doing today? How am I feeling? Bit tired, but you know, pretty good. Bank holiday Monday. Hey, I'm Graham, by the way. Graham. Get it? I'm Hannah. Do you like pears? Just say yes, mate. Just say yes. What's wrong with you? I think so. Sure. Nothing wrong with them. Well, if you don't like them, there's something wrong with you. They're my favourite fruit. Do you have pears? Afraid not, kid. Mummy sure is late for dinner. Kid, do you live here with anyone else but your mother? It's me and Mummy all the way. She has dark stars in her face, with long hair that's the colour of those trees. So, what does that mean? Like, freckles and a brunette? That's what I said. Do you have some other place you have dinner at? Other family? Granny and Grandpa, but I haven't seen them in a long time. They live in the village, all the way on the other edge of the forest, you know. How do you usually get there? Mummy never takes me anywhere. She used to go by boat because it was quicker, but the crappy thing is busted. No other way? Sure, the bridge path. It's longer though. Mummy hates it. That path's not really safe. I saw some wolves there. Oh. So where's Mummy? Look, kid, neither of us should really stay here longer. Even your house isn't totally safe. We need to get out of here now. What do you say I take you to your grandparents' house? No, I can't leave. What if Mummy comes back and I'm not here? She'll be real mad at me. I bet you that your Mummy is at your grandparents' home right now. What if she's waiting there for you so you can all have dinner? I'm sure that they'll have all the pears you might want. I'll take you there. Maybe. How will we get there? Don't worry, I'm on it. I'll stay on the lookout, just in case Mummy comes back. Alright, don't go anywhere. Gonna be right back. Okay, she's gonna count stars in the meantime. Not too spooked yet. Not too spooked yet. We have yummy sushi in the chat. That's true. We actually got a little trouble with the title because it's spelt grey in English American and we weren't aware of that. So, the way I remember it is in UK English it's spelt Grey, which is the way the game spells it. But is not the way that you would spell the name Graham. In American English, you spell it Gray. Now, the way I remember it is, it's E for English and A for American. And that's how I remember which way around it is. Yeah. It's not really the right time to write it. Oh, it's still not the right time to write a grocery list. Okay. This butter knife has a huge handle. Might still be useful. Oh, a hat. Nothing here fits either me or the girl. No family pictures, no people. Just pictures of the boats and the sea. But I kind of recognise the large one in the middle. Well, that's the lighthouse. Huh, it's the lighthouse. But it looks different. This picture must be old. The spring in which we saw each other's light. GP. Graham? Right. Okay. Are we ready to make a wild prediction? I reckon this is Graham's cabin. And the girl, not really here. Figment of his imagination, which is why there's no clothes or books or toys or any pictures of her. It's locked. Maybe the kid wasn't supposed to get in there for some reason. Jimmy would open with the knife? Probably not. Probably just end up with a locked door and a broken knife. And I might still need it. So someone's been cooking, but smells kind of burnt. Been bubbling for a while. Good thing the kid was able to keep warm for so long. Almost got shot with a broom. My eyesight must be getting worse. I almost didn't see this door at the back here. The front door is wide open, but the doors inside are locked? Yeah, weird, right? So, what do we got? We've looked at this, we've looked at this. Oh, we've not looked at the coat hanger yet. Oh no, we have. Nothing fits either him or the girl. So yeah, everything's locked up. Weird. Okay, well we've got the knife. I'm surprised nothing on those hangers fit either you or the girl though. Like whoever those clothes were must be the most medium of medium people, unless they're just extraordinarily large. Hey kid. Mister, I saw a wolf. Where? You fell for it. Ha! You were so scared. You have a nice home. So, that's a nice home. Are you giving me the attitude? What? Mummy says that's disrespectful. What, commenting on your home? No, giving attitude. Are you being mean? I'm not giving you anything. I'm just saying you have a nice home, I think. Oh, okay, yeah. It's our home. I like to play outside and watch the fireflies. They're pretty, like fairies. They sure are. Let's ask her about the wolves. You mentioned something about wolves. Have you ever seen them coming around here? I've never seen one, but Mummy told me they live in the forest. They're real scary. Yeah. They have big teeth that chomp down on little kids. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Ah, so maybe the prologue right at the start of the game was actually her parents. Do you know how we'll get through to Granny's? I've got an idea. It'll just take a while. You're not scared of me anymore? No, mister, you're just silly. How am I silly? You said there was another way to the village. Besides the boat, I mean. Nowadays, Mummy goes through the bridge. The bridge. Are you sure? Yeah. She never takes me, though. She says it's too dangerous for me. Oh? Mummy says I'm sick. I shouldn't do too much walking, but it's okay. I'm sorry to hear that, kid. Hey, if Mummy goes through the bridge, then that's where she went, to see Granny and Grandpa. Let's go through there. Let's go, mister, right now. I told you we can't go through there right now, but don't worry. I'm finding another even better way to get there. Okay. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. So, now that we have power, we should be able to go back into the tool shed and turn the light on. Ah, can't see. Can't see a thing. Yep. That makes sense. Oh, hey, look, it's a saw. It's missing a handle, but I could use that old saw up there. come on, bro. Do a little jump. That has a lot less dust than everything else here. It's a teddy bear of some sort. A tool shed like any other, filled with junk. I mean, can we use the butter knife as a little handle to... No? Huh. It's missing a handle. Maybe I could use that old saw up there. Too high up. Why would the toy have a lot less dust? A plushie that looks like some kind of bird. An old saw that's missing a handle and is just out of reach. Everything in a tool shed is supposed to be useful. But when you see the inside of a tool shed, it all just seems like a bunch of junk mashed together. Do you know what the game gives me a little bit of vibe of Max Payne, weirdly. Obviously very different kind of game. But yeah, obviously Max spends a lot of Max Payne talking to himself, and Max also just thoroughly hates himself as well. So yeah, it's a very similar kind of vibe, you know. Use the butter knife on the wolves. If I ever want to spread butter on them, I'm solid. Very good. Well, I don't think there's anything over by this pier. Really is a piece of ship. This wood seems very thick. If only there was a path, but I don't even know where it would lead anyway. So many trees that it's more like fours. Am I right? Terrible. Terrible. I'm so lame it hurts. Someone really was committed to living out here. Those weren't easy to install. Yeah, I have to admit, I kind of thought that there would be something in the house, or like, well, there's the cooking pot. Can we distract the wolves with the food, do you think? And there's of course also this path, but I highly doubt the butter knife's going to get us past these brambles at all. Don't know why this seemed to make sense at first. Stupid. Once as a kid I fell straight onto a patch of poison ivy just like this one. Not an experience I'd like to go through again. A tree fell in the woods. I heard nothing. Yeah, but I think kind of the combination of the sort of slightly witty banter that the character has with himself in a sort of, you know, in that sort of self-deprecating way, combined with the sort of ambient music, yeah, it definitely gives me a bit of a Max Payne vibe, this does. Remember those good times when I thought I was getting shot? You can see that Max Payne influence. Fair, fair. Max Payne was a great game. You know, I never played the third one all the way through, but the second one I would still rate as one of the greatest action games that's ever been made, and a real, like, it's the only time I've ever really felt like film noir has translated to video games well. Max Payne 2, that is. The first Max Payne, like, was good, but it was a little rough in places, particularly the dream sequences. The second game basically took everything that was good about the first game, expanded upon it, and got rid of all the stuff that didn't really work. So yeah, perfect sequel. Oh, and it made the writing a lot better, and the music was better, and the voice acting was better. So, yeah. Yeah, this is a bit of a head scratcher, this one. It's just a notepad. The spring in which we saw each other's light, GP. A coat hanger. You hang coats there, and other stuff, I guess. We were very careful with planting a lot of clues to the story, but you'll see it all fits in the end. We tried to really reward the player that takes extra attention to details. Oh, okay. Wonder where that leads to. The front door's wide open, but the doors inside are locked. Wonder if we can we light the cigarette on the fire? I should save a smoke for later. Something tells me I'll need it. It reminds me a little bit as well of, do you know what? It's been a while since there was definitely a bit of a fad in cinema for that kind of gruff, no nonsense. Oh shoot, you can combine stuff, can't you? I'm not sure what we would combine. Sure, but what should I stick it to? Oh, maybe that's saw blade. Yes, we can combine stuff. Yeah. It was probably around about the 80s, early 90s, where in cinema you had like the peak of the gruff, no-nonsense movie protagonist, right? The one who, you know, their only character trait is they're just a little bit too cool and a little bit too brilliant at everything they do. And those don't go together. I figure it must be like the saw blade or something. Like, what should I stick it to? The saw blade! The saw blade! Nope. And I'm pretty sure those aren't going to go together. No. And yeah, it reminded me a lot just then when he's talking about the smoking on the fireplace of Snake Plissken from Escape to LA, which is not a good movie at all. It's really not a good movie. But the opening scene where Pliskin's in there, is this blood on the floor? The opening scene with Pliskin in there in the interrogation room where he's like, Pliskin, only you can save the president, or whatever it is. And Pliskin's like, that's great. Anybody got a smoke? It's just like, and the Snake Pliskin. I mean, his name is Snake Plissken, right? And he is undeniably, like, I think quite openly, the direct inspiration for Solid Snake from the Metal Gear Solid series. of just that kind of slightly gruff, expertly cool, expertly efficient hero. No use just bumping these two together until something happens. Can we bring a chair or a stool out from the porch? Like, if this were real life and I couldn't reach something I needed to reach, I'd probably just grab a piece of garden furniture and just bring it over. Porch chairs, otherwise known as toe smashers. Oh, Hannah will drop us hints, will she? Oh, that's good. Okay, let's try asking Hannah what she would recommend. Hey. I saw a wolf for reals! Ah, the boy who cried wolf, it's supposed to be the third time you don't believe them, Graham. No, I didn't. Did too. I need your help reaching a place. Okay. Writing Graham was a challenge for a lot of reasons, but you can't talk about that much. Hannah is based on our writer's nieces. Tried to make her a very believable kid, and I've got a lot of praise about that. That's good. Hey kid, I need your help with something. How do you feel about piggyback rides? I love those! Come, piggy piggy! Well, let's do it. Aww, that's adorable. You're lucky you're a cute kid. Well, now we can definitely reach that saw. Hannah, reach up to that tetanus-encrusted saw blade and fetch it down for us. We need it to fight off some wolves in a minute. Storky, quick mister, let me grab him. Jolly good. Hey kid, have you gotten your tetanus shot? Very good, very good. I didn't shoot anything. It was a broom, remember? Yeah, since you're so tall now, how about you give me a hand and reach towards that old saw with both hands? Okay. Am I going for the between? Yeah, okay, cool. Here you go, mister. But Mummy says you shouldn't play with sharp objects. Yeah, but I think she might see this as an exception. Don't worry. Hey, mister. You're good at fixing stuff, right? I guess. Could you pretty please take Storky and fix him for me? What, your toy? Right now? I don't think so, kid. You have it. Come on. I don't want to go round with a children's teddy. No. Please? I got urgent stuff to do, kid. Pretty please. Kid, I'm telling you. This doesn't matter right now, and your doll seems fine enough. The answer is no. Please! Fine. I suppose I can try, if I find the right materials. Okay, thanks. But first you have to promise. Promise to give him back after you fix him. You promise? Why would I want to keep your doll? Mummy took Storky away when I was bad. And she promised to give him back, but she never did. You have to give him back to me, please. Ah, the nervous glasses cleaning. Sure, I promise to give it back. Be good, Storky. Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah, I'll be good. I wasn't even being funny. Here we go. Moral choice later in the game. We're going to have to use Storky as a component in a puzzle later, and then never be able to give it back. Okay. Well, this handle's really large. Can we combine the handle with the saw? Sort of. It's almost useful, which means it's not useful at all. But combine that with the duct tape, and suddenly, if only people stuck together as well as duct tape. I'm thinking for Graham, maybe I should use my best Max Payne voice, and we'll just go from there. All right, time to go fight off some wolves. Here we go. Use Shiv on wolves. Can't see that working. They have a lot more saws in their mouths than the one I have in my hand. What's this over here? It's a pile of rocks. I could throw these rocks at them, but... oh dear. Probably not the rocks then. Small pile of stupid rocks. Well, we've now fashioned a saw, so maybe we can saw our way through the locked doors. Or through the undergrowth at the back of the house. Maybe. We'll try on the two doors first, because I think it's far more interesting to see what messed up stuff they've got in this house. Yeah, it kind of looks like there's quite a bit of blood on the floor around here as well, but I don't know. It won't cut through the lock. Yeah, but it'll cut through the door around the lock. If I were to saw the whole door, I'd be here forever. At least several minutes. I really don't want to stay here. Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, it's the conceit of it is the conceit of adventure puzzle games, right? The solution to the puzzle is never use gun on enemy, right? Like that's never the answer. Have I ever cut through a door with a saw? No, but to be fair, if it's an internal door, I'd probably just try and give it I'd probably give it a good kick. Oh no, this was my backup plan. Those wood seem really thick. Okay, I definitely thought I'd be able to saw through those. Oh, shoot. Just saw your way through the door until you found another solution on how to move on. Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, you might as well start sawing whilst you think about your next step. Before you say anything, have you heard the story about the boy who cried wolf? No, I'm a girl. Forget about it. You said there was another way to the village besides the boat. Nowadays when we go through the bridge. I think we've heard this conversation before, so yeah, so that's fine. We could saw the poison ivy, maybe. Okay. Maybe the poison ivy then, although a good hardy pair of gardening gloves probably would not go amiss for that. No way I'm going through poison ivy. Hope this works. Gotta be careful not to touch anything with my hands. Yay! Okay, good. We're making progress, team. We're making progress. Can't believe I made that work. You did something good for once, Graham. Who knew? This saw is barely usable and all rusty. I'm not carrying a big piece of trash with me everywhere I go. But I think I'll keep the butter knife. See, I thought the direction he was going with that is... this makeshift saw is all rusty and barely usable. Just like me. Okay, kid, let's get out of here. Hi, mister. Hey, I saw an old closed path. I see what you did there. The dialogue option was kept there until you used that small hint hidden in there. Oh yeah, I remember Mummy saying something about it. She was angry. Do you know why? No, but she said it was dangerous. I think somebody died there a long time ago. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. I'll stay on the lookout. Okay, we are on our way. What are we going to find, do we reckon? Okay, landslide danger. Oh no, this place. Why did it have to be this place? Anyway, that's steep. Once we go down there, we can't come back. The wolves might get us. I'll take the kid to her grandparents' house. It's the least I can do. So, wait, hang on. So should we go back and get the kid now then? Let's see if the kid wants picking up now, then. Graham drops unwanted items to break the trope of adventure games' cluttered inventory. Yeah, no, absolutely. Makes perfect sense from a gameplay perspective. Hey, mister. Let's get going. I have good news. I found another way to the village. Let's go. What's wrong? Look. It's going to be okay. I bet we'll find your mother there, and even if we don't, you'll be safe, and if she comes back here, she'll know where's the first place to go look for you. You promise? I promise. I'll even leave a note for her, just in case. But we have to go right now. Can you take me on piggyback? Sure, kid. Okay, don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Right. We said we'd leave a note. There's a notepad in the house. Didn't see a pen. We'll make it work. Gotta find something to write with first. Bit of charcoal. Good thing the kid was able to keep warm for so long. Strong fire, but it'll eventually die. Just like everything else. Come on. What can we write with? Shoot. I kind of jinxed it by saying that I hadn't seen a pen. Want it? Nothing here to fit me or the girl. Just gonna turn the lights off after all that work. Let it burn. There's a lot of solutions that we try to catch the players in the corner by getting Graham self-aware of the silliness of the solution the player is trying. Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. It's well written. It's very well written, actually. Graham is he's deeply sarcastic, which appeals to my British sense of humour quite a lot. I'm not sure if... I mean, yeah. It's... Oh, ash. There's ash in this fireplace over here. We'll find some charcoal in here for sure. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Come on, man, pick up a bit of charcoal. Someone should clean that up. Use some duct tape and just write hey, E-Y. Yeah, maybe. What would I do in this situation? Forget game logic. I would 100% grab a piece of charcoal out of the fireplace and use it as a pencil. What else would I do? I don't know. Check my own pockets. It's not my house. It's not my house. Oh, yeah. I'd probably ask Hannah if she knows where there's a pen. Yeah, okay. That's a pretty good shout. Hey Hannah, where's the pen? Hello again, kid. Hi, mister. Can I borrow a pen or something? You don't happen to have something to write with, do you? I have some pretty crayons. Okay, I can make do with that. Can I borrow them? Wait. They got old and dirty. Mummy threw them away. Oh, that's a shame. Well, kicking over the trash can we go. Asking Hannah is like this game's, equivalent to the Mist's It's All Explained in the Journal. Have you read Atris's journal recently? I hate going through trash, but I guess I have to now. There we go, there's a crayon. Yep, found the kid's crayon. Huh. Perfectly good crayon, just tossed in the garbage. Took kid to grandparent. What did you actually write? There's the notepad. Already written all I wanted to say. But what did you say, Graham, huh? What did you say? Sus. I'm actually really enjoying this game so far. I'm really enjoying this. It's very well written. Like, I think Graham is probably supposed to be a lot more serious than some of his lines to me come across as mildly humorous because it's that kind of English sense of humor. But I do like it. He's very sarcastic. He's quite funny. I think Graham is quite funny. I think I found something that's yours. Really? Show me. Here, your red crayon, kid. Found it in the garbage. Would you mind if I keep it? Oh, yeah, that's not mine anymore anyway. You can use it. What are you going to draw? I'm not, well, I don't know. Might just come in handy. Handy? Why? I have no idea, it just might. How come? I can have it, right? You could draw a red car with it. Or a vampire sucking blood. Woo! I guess, but... Or you could draw maybe a pretty red flower. Do you want to have it? Nah, mister, I shouldn't. It's alright. You can take it. Thanks. All done. Let's go. You ready, kid? Did you leave a note so Mummy won't worry? Yes, I did, kid. Okay, let's go. Can you be a piggy? Sure, get on my back. Normally players try burning the broom to get ash, and Graham actually mocks the solution. Oh, Children of the Greatest Joy, complete chapter 1. There we go, chapter 1 complete. Why did you do that? Do you want me to lock you in the dark place again? Because that's what happens to horrible children. Stop crying. Stop crying or you'll regret it. Man. A little advice. There's a journal in the next chapter that has some bad cursing. Just don't read it out loud. It's the only journal that gets that heavy, don't worry. Well, thank you very much. I'll try and I'll give it a little bit of yeah. I mean, I tend to skim over the swears. Not we discussed this briefly in one of the Mist streams. Not because like it's not even really a censorship thing or anything like that. It's just a personal preference because I don't really swear in real life myself, in honesty. And I've always found games that use excessive amounts of swearing to be quite challenging to get through. I'll tell you one particular game. I tried Relicta. It's kind of a bit like... It's a bit like Portal. It's sort of set on a space station. You've got like magnetic blocks and so on. And the characters are all supposed to be co-workers. They're all colleagues, right? And there's like 4 or 5 of them. And the idea is that they've been working together for years and years. And they're just constantly swearing at each other. And I'm like, I have never worked... I mean... Maybe this is just more like a lack of personal experience of such environments. I've never worked in a professional setting where it was just normal to swear at your co-workers. You know, it was such a weird gaming experience. It really was. But yeah, no, I mean it's just one of those things. I just don't really swear myself, and so I just tend not to do it ever. And now that I also have children myself as well, I basically now just don't swear at all. And so it feels weird for me now to swear. It's a little bit like, you know, it's a little bit like giving up anything, right? Like giving up coffee or giving up booze or whatever. After a while, it feels strange to then do it, you know? You actually debated about using it in the game, but it kind of made sense to drive the story in some directions. No, yeah, and I appreciate that in terms of like the artistic integrity of the piece, right? I mean, like a Quentin Tarantino movie wouldn't be the same without having profanity in it, right? So yeah, I mean, I think it's something where it's like context is really important, but I think it's a really fine line. Like you have to use it in the correct context, somewhat sparingly. Like it has to make sense for the characters to do it, I think, right? But maybe I've just lived an incredibly sheltered life. I don't know. Oof. You're heavier than you look, kid. I'm not a small child anymore. I'm getting big. But not too big for piggyback rides. Never. Right. Where are we going? Mummy said this way wasn't safe. I know, but it's all right. You just need to trust me. Okay. That was easy. Stay here while I look around, okay? Just like you did before. I guess. But if you need help, I'm here. Sure. Thanks. Alright, great. Reminder, RMB to inspect hotspots, items and characters for extra info and actions. Digger! Well, it's an excavator, actually, isn't it? I've always wanted to drive one of those. Too bad I have no idea how to drive it. And I can't just play around. You can totally play around on an excavator. Just do it, man. Be brave. It's 2 levers, right? No, it's more levers than that, probably. Do you know what, right? I've never been to, and I really want to try it out at some point. There's a... Yeah, ask Anna for help. Hannah be like, oh yeah, I've got my level 3 heavy machinery certification right here. For those of you who are based in the UK, right, which I know a decent percentage of my audience is, almost half of my audience is based in the UK, probably because of time zone / algorithm reasons. There is a theme park which I believe is in Kent, right, not terribly far away if you're in the south of England, which is called Diggerland, right? And you can go, and the idea basically is that you get to go and use plant machinery and dig holes and you just get to play around on the various kinds of plant machinery. Sounds amazing. I've never been. I want to go. I want to do it. Great. Click here for extra hints. No, we're not doing that. Great. This looks like fun. Sigh. And interestingly enough, I believe Graham said the word sigh rather than actually sighing there. So, 2931, 2326, interesting. Custom electrical hazard warning, caution. We've also got something which looks like it should scrape here and looks like has dripped something right here. A plate with screws, missing a screwdriver, of course. Seems to be a turning mechanism. Well, there's obviously something missing there. Could remove that cover to see what's going on. I think these add up so that you can control the amperage. How would someone even know if the danger light just stopped working? Better not think about it. Signals whether the power is on or off. So, blasting in operation, no unauthorized personnel. We can open the gate. The puzzles begin. What? The door closes by itself. Almost pooped my pants there. Hey, bird. What do you want? Just talking to myself. You're a real loony. Yeah, and that's a real mine. You know what that means. Poor baby has daddy issues. He died in one of those. Maybe if you're lucky, you will too. Maybe it's your destiny. Maybe all your life has been leading up to this moment. Maybe this is the end. Or maybe you should man up and stop thinking about useless stuff and do what you have to do to help the kid. And yourself. Man up, idiot. You sound just like father. Oh, wow. He's got daddy issues. If that was once a door holder, it must have been abused into oblivion. Must have been a door holder. Yeah, could be useful. The seam's beyond repair. Busted oil lamp. Good thing we've got duct tape. Oil lamps? Everything else is high tech. Weird. It's broken. Maybe I can still use the wick. Wait. There's something underneath the lamp. Oh, that might be useful. It's the bit of metal from the Steam trailer. Wow, more expensive stuff that was left in the rain, and now it's just expensive trash. Idiots. In the middle of all this old electronic junk, there's... Yeah, maybe I can use this. What is it? I could use my teeth to expose the wires. But I have bad teeth, that won't do. Okay. Not gonna cross a river just to go back into the woods. So, we've got a mine here, then. What's all this then? Okay, what now? I think I need to power this up. Keep pulling, but it keeps not opening. Can't really read a thing. Hope these weren't that important. These either were instructions or warnings, which really are just instructions on how not to die. Oh dear. I'm a grown man. I'm totally not afraid of the dark, but I'm not going in there blindly. I might fall and break my neck or something. Okay. Pro dev tip. Use Stalky on razor wire. Another thing that would like to shred my flesh tonight. Go for it. Go on then. No, he's not actually going to do it. I could cut you up right now if you don't behave. Are you that pathetic that you would ruin an inanimate children's toy just for giggles? Maybe. Congratulations! Here's your reward. You gave me nothing. It's more than you deserve. Oh dear. Oh dear. It's really interesting. Okay, right. Genuine question though. Oh, I did get an achievement. I didn't see what the achievement was. The minecart is 100% a tiny train. Do not fear. I didn't see what the achievement was. Genuine question, right? Okay. I mean, obviously, like, when you guys were writing this, where were you drawing the line between we want this to be funny versus we want this to be like really dark and serious, right? Because clearly this is quite funny in a very sort of dark, grim humour kind of way. It's funny in the same way that like the thick of it is funny, you know, in that it's not really funny at all, but like the characters appear to be sort of aware of their own situation slightly. I have no idea what this is, or even if it's safe to touch it. What's that? Well, that looks like a turning handle. Looks like a small handle. Must work as a switch. Better hang on to it. Oh no, we've already looked at that one. You would assume the story is so serious that it's good to have a bit of silliness to lighten the overall mood throughout the game. That's true, that's true. I mean, Max Payne 2 is played totally straight from beginning to end. And, I mean, you can make it work, like games like Spec Ops The Line, where it's just dreary and grim the whole way through, and as you plod along, you are experiencing the unraveling of the main character as time goes on, and it's just a dreary experience. But this doesn't quite feel like that at the moment. But I don't know, maybe he's using humour to like mask the pain. An old storage building. It's rotting away and there's no clear path. Not going to go there. Well, it looks like there is indeed no path this way then. Funny you mentioned that. We always had the dark humour factor in mind, and the game is more of a thriller than a horror game. And we actually got a little under fire for that, because it's hard these days to avoid setting a game as genre. Oh, we can go more to the right. Okay, okay. Maybe I've missed something there then. I mean, to be fair, like, oh, that is definitely a wolf. Yeah, get out of here, wolves. I don't know. I mean, like, if a game's not for you, like, you play a game, you don't really like it, like, that's one thing. But, like, saying a game is wrong for not being something that it isn't is, like, I don't know, because to an extent you have to respect the artistic vision of the people that created it. Like, you know, it's kind of a bit like, well, I don't know. It's like I've. But then again, you know, if you're going to subvert people's expectations, I mean, I have no idea how much expectation subversion there is in this game. But I know, for example, the only recent example I can come across is that Daniel Mullins often gets a certain amount of heat for Inscription doing a rug pull halfway through the game. Spoiler alert for anyone who's not played Inscription, right? Just skip forward 2 minutes. But basically halfway through Inscription, the genre of the game totally changes, and it stops being a roguelike deck builder, and it becomes more like a 2D side-scrolling kind of card collecting game. It stops being a roguelike. It ends up being like, you know, you start getting game overs and stuff. So, and a lot of people don't like that, and they kind of go, well, how can I get back to the earlier part of the game? Because the roguelike was actually what I was enjoying. And it's kind of a bit like, well, yeah, but that's not what the game's about, if that makes sense. Like, I mean, now, there is, and I believe it was added later, there is now an endless mode that has been added to the game, But yeah, but that certainly wasn't like the intention of the creator. Well, this is a mess. Did they just leave this here? Did they think they were coming back? There's barrels of explosive chemicals right here. Do they just not care for some reason? Either way, it looks like it should be worse by now than it is. So, we've got soda, dirty dishes, and alpha cola? Ugh, hate it. So we've got some paperwork here, we've got Coke, we've got a journal. These were left in the rain, apparently. Yeah. Something upsetting about wet paper. Don't know why. A personal journal. Looks fancy. Personal or personnel? I might have missed it. Document unlocked. Here we go. May 3rd. Oh, the code. 1331652. So hang on. Theoretically, yeah, you guys are going to lose sound whilst I do this, but I can write in my notebook. Oh, wait, I can also show you my notebook. Code. Ah, the problem is I can't see the screen whilst I have you guys. There we go. 331652. Good. Three, 31652. Great. Ha ha ha! You're finally getting into the notebook. I made you a little title and everything. For anyone who's new to the stream, the notebook is like an infinite scrolling place where I put all of my notes for all of my games. So here we go. You are right next to Taiji, which is from last year. So there we go. You're in the notebook. The only downside is, and actually, do you know what? Maybe you'd be able to point me in a direction of how to do this better. I can't get The Night is Grey running in windowed mode. So it means that when I leave the game window to write in the notebook, the game window is minimizing, so I can't actually see what I'm making notes on. And you guys are losing sound from the game when that happens. So if there's a way to run the game in windowed mode, let me know, because I always run in windowed mode because I run several windows at once, not least my recording software, which is running just over here. How rich that this cursed hole in the ground in this barren village is the place's last chance for survival. The yokels say the mines are hexed, which is just rubbish. Providence will make it bleed the riches it holds when the right man comes to strike its heart, and God would not deny me in such a way. I finally got the license for all workers and for creating an adit towards the park. Every able-bodied man lined up in desperation for work, empty and resentful of their fate. I remember when a simple key lock was safe enough, but now things are more, let's say, complicated. Augustine seems to understand. I'm thinking that maybe he deserves the privilege of full access. After all, my body is strong, but my mind is blunter than my mouth. I must not forget. An adit. That's a mine entrance, right? So if we enter here, there's an exit that leads to the park. Also, there's a code. We got another page? We do have another page. What have we got here? The Pelletiers. Summer 1965. Huh. Must be the journal writer and his family. Windowed full screen, I would suggest installing window borderless gaming. After years of reading Riven journals, we had to include them in this game. You gotta, you have to homage the greats, right? You absolutely have to. Windowed full screen. I'm not sure if this is running windowed full screen. So I've got two 1440p's, and I tend to play in 1080p windowed, because then the resolution on the game and the resolution in OBS just partner up 1-to-1, and there's no kind of funky, ratioing going on. But, yeah. So if there was a way to run it in 1080p windowed mode, that would be great. Because that then creates a window which is around about 2/3 the size of my overall screen. I don't know. It's just a personal... It's kind of a personal preference, but it's also like... It helps me get to and from the notebook more easily. October 1st. It's inevitable. We all know danger is part of the job. Still, just one incident was enough for the idiots to talk about a curse again. The idiot didn't even die, but all he had to do was mumble some nonsense as he became unconscious. I forbade any mention of superstition, but I know they whisper it as they get deeper into the mine. We had to stop working for a full day so we could ventilate the gas from the tunnels. Time is of the essence. I will not be stopped. Tungsten? November 7th. We lost several in one single incident. Augustine tried to gather what happened from those in the group that survived, but they're only talking nonsense. Quickly checked. I can set the resolution. I can set the resolution, but I can't change the... I'll have a look after we've done the journal. Okay. Idiots insist that we're approaching the devil himself as we dig down. Some heathen even said he saw a demon with his own eyes. Between the deaths and those who abandoned, I lost 5 working souls today. Bunch of cowards dared to quit. Good riddance. There's evil festering inside that hole in the ground, alright, but it's more of a nefarious one than these rotten minds can grasp. Even so, I will endure. More deaths, sending more people running away. I got 9 less workers and all the rest are starting to mutiny, as if I didn't got problems enough. My dumb son got into a mewling yokel, offered her father money so they'd keep quiet. He said no, but I know what to do. My son hooked like an animal, doing all he can to stain my legacy. So there's something that's almost funny. One last joke from the good old Lord. See the power breaker? Busted piecer. Never did work correctly. Always had to switch from one area to another so it wouldn't fry. Well, the number of workers that remained alive at the door... Well, the number of workers that remained alive at the dawn of the end of it all, it's the same number of the amperage of this tired machine. Always was that number from the start, diverting energy so it could be of use as long as possible. Good one, Lord. Huh. Looks like someone was losing their mind. Anyway, there's something here about amperage and number of workers. What? Yeah, okay, right. So... We need to know, like, the total number. Hey, we got Darkflow in the chat. New game hub. What have you missed? We are playing The Night is Grey. The dark, slightly spooky adventure point-and-click game from Whalestork, who actually also joins us in the chat. So far... We have run away from a pack of wolves. Gotta get out of here, we say. And we've run to a cabin in the woods where there's a young girl on her own whose parents appear to have abandoned her. We're taking the little girl towards her grandparents on the other side of the forest. And along the way, well, we're just trying to make our way. We're a man trying to make his way in the world. We've recently arrived at the mine, and we're trying to piece together the code necessary to turn the lights on in the mine so that we can get to the other side, ultimately. And that's all you've missed so far. Now, first guy didn't die. In November, we lost several. We lost 5, right? So when we come into the notebook here, so in, what was it? November, we are -5. We've then got 9 fewer here. This is in December. December is -9. And do you know what we're going to do? We're actually going to take a screenshot of that sentence. And we're going to place that just in there. Right? The number of workers that remained alive at the dawn of the end of it all, same number as the amperage for the tired machine. Okay. These guys took safety seriously, I guess. Maybe if I rummage around, I'll... Yep, found something. I'll take it with me. No one will miss it anyway. It's an identification card. This is Augustine. Born 38, safety engineer. It's a card, all right. Don't know what it is, but it looks important enough that we'll take a screenshot of that as well. Oh yes, I said we'd have a look at the resolution, right? So if I look at options, I can't find resolution options in there. Not in the game. Oh, you were talking about windowed borderless gaming. Also lets you set the resolution. Do you know what? I'm going to go and give that a try. Because there's a lot of older games that are really, really difficult to get working. It's not so bad on for YouTube. But when streaming, it's a real faff because you want to try and do everything live and you don't want to like kind of cut things together in the edit. The ones I've been having real trouble with. So I have downloaded because I'm sort of starting to think about like, well, what should we play after the current crop of games, right? There's a few games that we're getting close to the end of, I believe. And people have been recommending some other Myst-like games from that era, so things like Schism and Rem and so forth. But all of those you can't play in windowed mode. And Siberia, which we're currently playing on Thursdays over on YouTube, has been really tricky in the sense that it can't be played in windowed mode, and if you click outside the game window, like as in if you move your mouse too far over to the right hand side and accidentally click in your second monitor, the game will often like just start bugging out and you have to reload your old saves, which is really quite a painful experience actually, to be honest. But I mean, I can't blame these older games for that kind of behaviour, right? Because you know, who was gaming on dual monitors in 1997, right? In 2000, right? No one was. It's a thing that bends metal. I forget its name. It's a metal bender. Tip of my tongue. Damn it. Doesn't work for all games, but it's helped you out several times for always on top windows that you wanted to have open and in sight at the same time. Okay. Let's check out these jackets, and we're going to be checking out these doors. Huh. Okay, this red key might be useful. There's something else. Man, we're picking up loads of stuff. Some kind of electronic thingy hidden behind the jacket. This time, I'm sure I've checked everything. Well, sorry, hang on. What was the electronic thingy hidden behind the jacket? Oh, this thing. Lock power, unlock. Oh, give me a break. That's a lot of buttons and colours for someone who has no idea what he's doing. Well, this is okay because we've got the code from the card. That's not a button. Pushing it won't work. That's not a button. Yeah, okay. But hang on. It won't work without any electricity. Fine. Okay, well, we don't have power anyway. Someone sealed it with wooden planks. From my experience, not a good sign. Locked. And I don't see no keyhole. Inspect other buttons for extra silliness. Yellow. Nobody likes yellow. Don't know why. That's a really good point. When was the last time you ever met someone who said their favourite colour was yellow? This is the kind of biting social satire that we play these games for, right? Everyone in the chat, quick, favourite colour, right? And don't say yellow, because I'll know you're lying. Blue, like the sky, unless it's dark or cloudy or during sunset. Yellow? What? Don't even. Your mother used to say yellow is her favourite colour. FJW James, the perps. Nice. Red for Tritst. I'm also going to be Team Red, I think. Yeah, Team Red. The colour of envy. Why? Beats me. It's lost its colour. Well, it's clearly red. Look at the edges of it. Some would call that magenta, but you can't fool me. That's pink. Some fancy shade of blue. Nice. Mind you, the magenta pink debate, right, that it reminds me a lot of. Now, I appreciate that these are all three different colours, right? But have you guys noticed how cyan has almost totally usurped teal in common parlance in exactly the same way that teal almost totally usurped turquoise in common conversation. Now, I appreciate that those are all slightly different colours, right? But when was the last time you heard someone refer to a light greenish blue as turquoise rather than cyan or teal? Whereas in the 90s, everyone knew turquoise. I don't think... Oh, aquamarine! Yeah, or aquamarine. Good point, FJW James. I don't think I really hear anyone talking about turquoise nowadays, but turquoise certainly, in my experience at least, you know, and I am a statistical sample of one, Oh, a screwdriver. That's really handy. I was looking at the barrel. I didn't even see that. Bound to come in handy sooner or later. Yeah, I don't recall anyone using teal or cyan when I was young. Just leave a dozen barrels of flammable substance in the middle of the forest. What's the worst that could happen? Idiots. I can't. Maybe. Damn. Can't manage to pry it open, but there is a small gap there. Butter knife. I think the knife would fit in there. Little strength to pry it open and... Yup. Broke the knife. But at least it's open now. I struck oil! I'm rich! A humble oil barrel. Just a silo. Those things always get rusty. Okay, have we missed anything in here? Oh yeah, of course, we can look through the window, obviously. Lots of TV screens. Warehouse window is interactable, okay. Can't see anything inside. Oh, miner's table, besides everything being rotten. Looks like they left here yesterday. Okay, so I think we've picked up quite a bit there. So the bit we're missing is, well, what was the total number of miners in this place? So the line in question, the number of workers that remained alive at the dawn of the end of it, is the same number of the amperage of this tired machine. Code 331652. I wonder what that code would be for. Just quickly running through to see if it refers at all to... Nah, okay. Well, how many did you start with? That's kind of an important question. Okay, we're back. Hey, Hannah. Did you find anything? Yeah, loads of stuff, but nothing you'd be interested in. Found lots of trash. Found some stuff written about some Pelletier fellow. I also... Oh, I've heard that name before. It's a weird name. Pelletier blah 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 blah. Have you guys seen the TikTok where you teach a toddler to say Pinocchio and you go P-O... hang on. P-no-key-o, and they can repeat you after every syllable. They go P-O, P-no-key-o, and then you say Pinocchio, and they go Having a toddler makes you susceptible to all of the cute toddler stuff that you see on TikTok. It just, it hits different. It hits different. It really does. Yeah. Just thinking, she better make it through this game. Definitely. Do you know the guy? Heard Mummy arguing with someone. Maybe it was Grandpa. She screamed that name out loud. She was mad. Oh. Yeah, from what I read, I think a lot of people must have ended up being pissed at him. Being what? Moving on. Okay. Let me check something. I'll come right back. Alright. Don't take too long. Remember, you can show items to Hannah. Yes, this is important. What do we want to show to her, though? I'm not sure there's very much we want to show to her immediately. I want to have a look at what's behind this panel with my screwdriver. Beep, beep. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Those burned wires surely won't help. Well, we don't have any wire cutters is the problem. Definitely from here, but I'm having difficulty making it fit. Rusty, maybe? Must work as a switch. Better hang on to it. Huh. It needs new wiring. So this is the shaft. Section A, Section B. I'm assuming Section A is through here. Section B is the house over there. So I think we need to power up Section B so that we can use the code we've got to get into the thing. And we do that first before coming to the mine shaft. We have got a key. I keep pulling, but it keeps not opening. Yeah, how about we turn it? Hey, what fresh hell is this? You think you saw something there? Yes, we have space for hint mode. Yeah, which we have been using a fair bit, actually. Lots of information there, but the point is that this turns on the lights in the whole cave. Huh. Basically, I need to get this to work so that I can see inside the cave. Huh. Okay, so whatever those are, you're not supposed to necessarily be able to see them totally clearly. Right, these switches not available yet. Right, so we've got a piece of metal. Which, I mean, it fits. But we don't have power. Trit said, oh, I think I saw something there. Oh, 91. Yeah, it's gonna open it for us straight away, so I'm assuming we do not need whatever it was that you believe that you saw. Huh. Okay, let's see if we can give the wiring to Hannah. Because our guy did say that his teeth are all messed up. Ew, worm. Yeah, okay. Not the one. Have you ever seen one of these before? Yeah, I see junk and trash all the time. Too bad I have no idea how to drive it, and I can't just play around. Oh! The car itself. I see nothing else useful there. Unless, are those? Nah, just raccoon droppings. The headlight. Just might have a bright idea. Headlights. Fancy flashlights that go on a car. Sure, but how are you going to get that out? Screwdriver again? I wonder if... Oh, hey, great. We've got a wire. Hey, mister, are you a hobo? What? Why the hell do you ask that? My mummy told me about hobos, and you're always walking around, getting dirty, picking trash from the ground, and taking it with you. Aye, well, Graham, if the shoe fits, right? I won't tattle. No, I'm just trying to help. Okay, if you say so, just try not to get diseases. Sure, kid. Thanks. So, what do we got? We got new wire. Could use my teeth to expose the wires, but I have bad teeth. What? The wires are clearly exposed on this one. It's too short. If only we're a bit longer, I can make a connection. Ah, man. It could work if they were both exposed. Right. Oh, wait. We got razor wire right here. That could work. Yeah, did it. And I didn't lose any fingers. Yep, it's longer now. Just what every man wants. I tell you what, where I come from, we call a wire like that a widowmaker. I'll just double check if... yeah, it's turned off. Unless... okay, it's turned off. It's as safe as it gets. Okay, cool. Now, we still have the mystery of the handle. It's definitely from here, but I'm having difficulty making it fit. Rusty, maybe? If it's rusty, maybe we can get it in the oil. You know, WD-40 up in this. A silo that completely broke down. Those things are supposed to be sturdier. I'm more used to seeing those silos on farms. Oh, what's he found? It's the consistency of sand, but nothing like anything I've ever seen before. I have no idea what it is, or even if it's safe to touch. So yeah, I think dip the handle in oil. Maybe. We've clearly got to do something with this oil, right? Bloop. There. All oiled up. Shall we also dip the wick in oil? Not that kind of oil. Fine. I mean, I love the fact that you guys have managed to get both duct tape and WD-40 into your puzzle game. Because, you know, it's the engineering flowchart, right? If it moves and it shouldn't, it's duct tape. If it should, but it doesn't, WD-40. You can dip the bird in oil. Oh, dear. This poor bird. This poor bird. Why? Why you write so many bad things that can happen to the bird? Right. Well, the code we got from the journal was 331652. That is not the correct number of digits, to be honest. What happens if I just pull it? Ah, it's not doing anything. Well, okay. Maybe we turn section B down. Huh. 29, 31. 26, 23. 12 and 19. I think these add up so you can control the amperage. Signals whether the power is on or off. Oh, I guess the black dripping is oil dripping, I suppose. Hmm. I'm just looking at my notebook up here. The number of workers that remained alive at the dawn of the end of it all is the same number of the amperage of this tired machine. Always was that number from the start, diverting energy so it could be of use as long as possible. It's interesting that these numbers are coming down, right? Because in November we got -5, right? In December it was -9. Well, there's no combination from these last two where you can take 9 off. You could do 12 to 3 and that's 9. Yeah. That would be 9. Prior to that, it was 5, though. Neither of those which work. Tricky. I think we have to know how many workers you actually started with, right? Any amount of volts is too many for my liking. Yeah, somewhere there must be. They must have mined tons and tons of material to need such a big and expensive crane. Wonder what made them abandon all of this. Great way to bark orders at all of your employees. Effectiveness is key in all of that. More junk they just left behind. So you've got the broken oil, the spare cables, river stream, minecart rails. A set path to follow. I envy you, minecarts. We've got a broken minecart. Oh, maybe this code is actually important here. Oh, 91. This will be the number of people working here. Abandoned, broken, and weighed down by lots of trash. I feel ya. Approved license for 91 workers. Right. So we started at 91. And we lost 14. Does that roughly work? If we started at 91 and we lost 14, then that means we're down to 77? 77. Okay. Well, 31 and 26 make... well, Do you know what? Maybe we should actually write this one out. So hang on, I need to. Oh no, I accidentally hit refresh. Ah no, my web page. Right. So let me just quickly get these first numbers down. So it's 31, 26, 19, 9 and 6. And then if we go back and we flip all of them, we have got 29, 23, 12, 3 and 2. Okay. And we believe the target number we're looking for is 77. That being 92 minus 14. Wait, no, that's not 92 minus 14 at all. Sorry, hang on. Double check. No, it's 5. Yeah, 5 minus 9. So that's 14. Sorry. It's 91. 91. I even read it out after that without realising it might come in handy. Fair. So, it's 91 minus 14, which is 77. So 77 is the number that we're looking for. Well, 31 and 26 makes 57. That'll be 67, 69. Not quite. 69 plus 3 is 72. We're not going to get 77 out of that. So can we take 3 off? Yeah. 31 and 23 make 54. And 12 is 56. 66. Yeah. Boom, boom. Nope, not that one. Boom, boom. That adds up to 77. Let's try it out. So 31, 23, 12, 9 and 2. Yeah! I did it! You did? Yeah! Yay! What did you do? I turned this thing on, and now the gate has power. Oh, cool. Will this take us to Grandma's? Yeah, I mean, like, eventually. Yay! What is it, kid? We're getting further away from Mummy. No, look. I'll keep you safe. And since we're talking about safety, don't touch the gate or you'll die. Oh, yeah. That only scared you more, I guess. Sorry. But on the other hand, don't touch the gate. You'll be fine. Trust me. Just don't touch the gate. Just don't touch it. It's electrified. Yeah. You know, when I was working in the lab, right, like, we were always told that high voltage is by far the most dangerous thing in a laboratory, because a high voltage piece of metal and a grounded piece of metal look and smell and sound exactly the same. They don't taste the same, though. So you've got to be a bit careful. But yeah, no. High voltage is no joke. No joke. Okie dokie. Well, we know the code we're doing for this one. It is this code here. got to be a right way to do this. Yeah, well, it's beep, boop, yeah, boop. Number 4 is you. Number 5 is you. And number 6 is this one. Huh, okay. Maybe we need to put the card in first. Great. Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. 4. 5. And 6. I got it wrong? What? Was I not fast enough? Right. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Huh. Well. Ain't that something? Card reader color. Oh, it's color code. But no, the code is 331652. Right. Got it. Beep, beep, 1, 6, 5, 2. Got it. I have great problem-solving skills. Wish I had good problem-avoiding skills as well. Oh dear. Whoa! Even for today, this looks kind of high-tech. When is this game set? Right? I mean, it's very easy to kind of assume that this is the present day, but like, is it? 'Cause I don't know. Someone really went overboard. Oh wow, these must have been top of the line. Very dusty, but otherwise it looks fine. Recorder tape, my favourite kind of tape after duct tape. Whatever they were observing here, then. There's nothing to observe now. Whoops. Huh. This camera's pointing at the mine entrance. Okay. I'm getting prepared for a scary. Oh! There's a thing there. Huh. There's something there I missed. Better go check it out. Was there a year noted in the back of the lighthouse picture? Oh, was there? Maybe. I mean, our friend who we have the key card from is his date of birth is 38, and this mining operation was like the 50s and 60s. There's no boomerang. It's all bent up, but it might give me some leverage. Huh. This looked more like a security desk than anything else. Look at all the monitors. Oh wow. They were looking to expand the mines and buy a lot. This is kind of insane. this shows the machines they were using to mine the ground. Lighthouse schematics? That's not useful at all. It makes sense for the lighthouse to be important. It made sure that shipments arrived safely. Oh, well then, I guess it does make sense. Stinks of bureaucracy. Mine FV16. Final report. Although casualties weren't that high, the conditions of deaths themselves, November 7th and December 1st, appeared to be traumatic enough for the other workers to either abandon the project or organise against its chief of operations, Mr. Peltier. Things started to escalate with physical altercations that might have resulted in more violence if not for the actions of Mr. Peltier's unofficial second hand. According to him, one individual called Augustin, some of his colleagues were either hallucinating or letting fear take the best of them, claiming the mine started to lure people inside to eat them. When pressed for further explanation, he commented in a rather crass way that there must be something in the water. It's unclear if this was in jest or one of the superstitions held by his kind. In turn, Mr. Peltier himself seemed to have been, in some way, a victim of the stressful situation surrounding the project. I believe that there was no sabotage involved, but rather a succession of misfortunes accompanied by the mental decline of an older gentleman like him. The lack of reporting from his part, from the accidents themselves to the imminent failure of the project, seemed to be more negligent and misguided than malicious. No legal pursuits against Mr. Peltier are available, since he also had a tragic end, albeit seemingly through his own hand. The Augustin fellow, on the other hand, should have never risen to his position. If someone can be to blame for this incident, it should be him, ending any unwanted attention to our company's endeavours. Oof, poor Mr. Augustin. This is, damn. How could they just leave this here for anyone to find? And it seems like Mr. Peltier was the guy that wrote the journal. The mines weren't that safe back then, but now they're the only way to escape. Oh, pencils! We'll take some pencils. Now I find pens aplenty. Anyway, who needs a pen when you have a pretty red crayon? Oh, a telephone. There are no telephone poles in miles, so that's an internal line. Great. Well, we can go and we'll find the thing that we missed, which is the purpose of going into that room, then, I suspect strongly. There was no year at the back of the picture. Right. You can use Storky on the stuff in the office. Okay, let's have a little look. Storky, tell us about pencils. How about I shove one of those pencils up your behind? It's called a cloaca, you imbecile. And you'd like that, wouldn't you? You're a freak. No, I'm not. Oh, we both know you are. But keep pushing it down. Nothing good will come of it. Shut up. Oh, man. Storky lets out the real weird. Nope. What do you reckon? Can Storky use the telephone? Oh, a phone. Are you going to call the garbage people so they can take you home? Haha. Real funny. Ah, Storky. I don't think Storky is very good for Graham. Storky seems to let out a lot of Graham's inner struggles. Storky seems like a bad influence on him. Oh dear. Well, here's the thing, the door is electrified, so we'd better turn that off. Bonk. We probably need to find some way of actually fixing that. Maybe with this. Not a bad idea, but this will never fit in there. More duct tape? Oh, maybe I did not click it correctly. No, guess not. Which box was I looking at? Was I looking at that box, this box, that box? Great. Well, will you look at that? A thingamajig. So if we go back here now, we should see... Nope. Hang on, wait. Which was the one that we just had? Oh no. What was the new... Which one was the new one we just picked up? I think that was the one we had before, wasn't it? This is the new one that we just picked up. Oh, you can take all of them out. Okay. Okay. Yeah, and take all of them out. Fine. Well... Okay. Well, this was the one that we just picked up. So we've got to use this one, right? We need power. Yeah, no, that does make sense. I suppose we need power before we can even really solve it. Okay. Let's all remember, everyone, that this one over here is the latest one we picked up. We need to get the door wedge working, though. Must have been a door holder. If that was once a door holder, it must have been abused into oblivion. Nope. He says this is not a bad idea, but this will never fit in there. The really ironic thing is, you can just push like any random box to be a door holder here. The door's not going to be very heavy, it's chain link fence. Duct tape not going to work. I mean, you could wedge a towel underneath it. Those don't go together. Maybe fix it with a screwdriver. That should work, actually. There we go. Man's got the tools. There. I screwed that door's ability to close. Heh. Well, here we go. Let's quickly flip this switch and see how fast we can get the next puzzle. Just make sure you don't accidentally brush your arm against the fence as you wander through it. Ah, hey, cool, great. So... you thought there would be a different solution to this. What were you thinking around? What were you thinking about? So if you take those three, and then you take those three, and then you take those. So that works there. But it doesn't work there. And it doesn't work there. But like... Do we need to find a combination that works in all cases? So the only way it's going to work in all cases is if you have the first 3 and the bottom one at the end here, right? That's the only way you're going to get that to work in all cases. This one, you need the middle 3. Well, hang on a minute. For this one to get it to work in all cases, you're going to need all 5 making connections. And that's not physically possible. No use just bumping these 2 together until something happens. Weird. Weird. So yeah, so all 3 of these switches, we're going to get all 4 of those. But all 5 lights can light up. So it's a connector. It connects. It's an interesting one, isn't it? It's an interesting one. Like, maybe you're just trying to get it so that it will go without... Maybe you're trying to line it up so that it gets all of these and doesn't have any empty connections to it. Like that one, for example, is a really neat... Oh, except for the middle, except for the fact that the middle one has this loose connection here, is a pretty nice grouping. So the only way you could make this one work... well, no, you can't get this one to work on the left-hand side directly. So probably not that one. The middle option, you could fit that and that. But then those don't line up. Yeah, those are not going to line up like that. So then we're sort of back to the right-hand option, which would mean we need that one there. That one's kind of got to have that one connecting to it. Yeah, okay, cool. We got it. Who's the loser that can't solve anything now? Second grade teacher, whose name I don't recall. Excellent. Anyway, I have no need for these extra connectors now. I'll just throw them away. Whoop! And that's a nice little autosave there. Okay. So, let's just quickly catch up on the chat. So... what do I gather from the story so far? Enjoying it so far? I am enjoying this. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. So, it is very well written. It's very well written. It's very funny, which I'm enjoying. The puzzles are good puzzles, right? And you're absolutely right. It doesn't fall into that. It doesn't fall into the classic adventure game trap of cluttering up your inventory too much. And the puzzles are pretty legit. Like, yeah, kind of like them. There's a couple of good nods to some previous puzzles that we've done, like the amperage puzzle in here, where you're choosing between like left and right and getting the switches to add up to the correct number. Very much like the spaceship puzzle in Myst, of course. So there's some like good homage in there, and yeah, I think we're going to really enjoy this one. We'll be back this time next week. Spiper has also joined us in the chat right at the end of the stream. Good evening to you, Spiper. Thanks for dropping by. However, we are at the end of today's episode. So if you're watching this on YouTube in the future, I hope you enjoyed episode 1, and I hope you enjoyed having Whalestork here in the chat to give you a bit of insight into the game development mindset. It's been an absolute pleasure having you here, Whalestork. If you're watching on YouTube in the future, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I will see you next week. Have a great week. Bye for now. Thank you all very much for coming along live. And yes, for those of us on Twitch, we're going to throw a quick raid over to JR Plays Games. But